When I was in 5th grade, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and it had already spread to her lymph nodes. Not only did I have to live through my mom going through chemo and surgeries, I had to learn what a lymph node was. My mom fought hard, and I'm proud to say she won her battle. But ever since then, I've been fighting a battle of my own. Being face to face with the likely death of the most important person in my life led me down the path of developing depression. Then the pandemic came, and that didn't help matters. It's almost like having little to no contact with the outside world isn't good for your mental health. One of the ways I learned to deal with my depression was by exaggerating things. If I had a lot of homework to do or something didn't go my way, I would hyperbolize my hopelessness. Instead of saying, "Oh gosh, I have a lot of homework to do," I'd say, "If I get another homework assignment, I'm dropping out of school." Now, this is less extreme than what I've heard out and about. Due to my personal experiences, I'm hyper aware of the topic of mental health at school. Consequently, I've heard a lot of people making the same mistake I made, but a little more intensely. Again, instead of, "Oh gosh, I have a lot of homework to do tonight," they'd say, "I swear, if I get another homework assignment, I'm just going to kill myself." One day, I was talking to my mom about this, and she gave me an idea. Every time I heard someone say they were going to kill themselves, I would write it down. Over a week, 22 different people in my classes threatened their lives over minuscule things. A big test, homework. I even heard one kid make the same joke over getting up to turn in a piece of paper. Whether the joke was real or not, it had the same effect. Nothing. No one said anything. No one cared so much as to raise an eyebrow. Over the years, hearing so much hyperbolized hopelessness, I started to wonder why no one around us took it seriously. I mean, you only get one life, and the fact that this many kids were threatening theirs over minuscule things was appalling. I fear that when we shrug this off, we prevent suicide from being a real issue. It's become a casual joke that people throw around in their daily life. As a result, it's substantially more difficult to differentiate between people who are actually struggling and someone who just has too much homework one day. Often, it's not suicidality people feel when they make these jokes. Instead, it's the hyperbolized hopelessness that I felt. People take that feeling of hopelessness, like the feeling we get when our alarm doesn't go off, and they make it seem much bigger than it actually is. When someone says they're going to kill themselves, we can do a couple of things. The first is to ask them if they're okay. If they seem serious, reach out to them, offer resources to them. You can make a difference in someone's life. The second thing we can do is to simply ask them why they're saying that in the first place. Are they actually experiencing suicidality, or is it just a joke? There's also an opportunity to teach and learn when someone makes a joke like this. We can educate them on what depression actually entails and why it shouldn't be trivialized, and we can listen to their own experiences and why they didn't know about it in the first place. But be careful. Don't belittle someone for not being educated on depression. Continuing to make jokes like these is disrespectful to the tens of thousands of people who lose their lives to suicide each year. It belittles the grief that their families feel, and it keeps the people who need help from getting it. Thank you.